Susan Rogel, Thomas Manning. I was told by one of your senior staff members that I should write a letter because that way I would be insured to get a response. I want to talk to you about $2,300 worth of damage to my personal goods by whoever it was that packed my shit up and threw it into garbage bags. Under your service animal policy, I don't even know if it was called a pet policy or not. I do remember the page. It stated that I was to keep all of my dog items, including food, in my corral, and so it was locked up in my locker. And so when my shit was thrown into five garbage bags, it was suits. Suits were thrown in there, and my Armani jacket got covered in dog food that was in a plastic bag because I metered out certain amounts of it from very large cans, and I got all over my shit and stunk up my stuff. It also ruined 30 pages worth of professional documentation that I've had to read you. I don't care about that. I'm not charging you for my time. My headsets are missing, and those were 100 on top, and I am disgusted. I would like to be compensated for the fact that my stuff was mismanaged. I'm not talking about me being mismanaged. I can manage myself quite well. I'm here to get my veterans through it and to see which systems are effective and ineffective. I expect my damages to be covered. If not, then I will sue, and you know that will cost a fortune. The last time I litigated and I sued, it took 5 years, but I won $9.7 million in 2011 when my mining company sued a transportation company called Transfer Trans Group. You can call my lawyers over at Hackett, Beecher, and Hart. You can talk to Jim Beecher over there, 624-2200, and ask him if I'm serious, because I'm very, very serious, and I'm very, very good at this. If I hear one more person on your staff or one more veterans advocate that's not a veteran talk to a veteran inappropriately about how they could move to maybe the shoreline compass and then get keys to an apartment and do absolutely nothing for 2 years, who on God's earth, God's green earth, right, would allow anyone to have make a statement like that when there are people out on the streets? I see people at the Union Gospel Mission, even one in line yesterday, because I'm still out there looking for the veterans that don't know anything about these benefits because nobody's telling them anything about it. And your secret society over there at the Compass about how, don't talk to people outside of the building, don't acknowledge where you're at, this and that. That's just to cover your own liability asses for the fact that you've got a matriarchal system that's really fucked up. You really can't be having a matriarchal hierarchy if, in fact, it's unfair. And it is unfair because, if you look at it, the United States, the stigma against being a 50-year-old white man is tremendous. And so, that would serve itself to make sense to you, I suppose. So, I have been unduly damaged, no question, by being singled out by Miss Vicky. And in a very hateful way. I was on a daily basis being singled out while poor Doug and his Tourette's was waking us up every single night, and I was asking for relief. I was asking for, instead of your staff sleeping in Marjorie's office or around after they got caught sleeping all the time with the pictures we took of them, it turned into what? It turned into a fucking mayhem where your staff members are sleeping all around in these nice cloistered closets and quiet rooms while we're woken up all night long and we can't sleep. That lack of sleep affected my ability and my stability. It affected my ability to focus and my ability to get through to it safely and securely. And then I was, being unduly targeted was unfair. My service animal provides more than just emotional support. It didn't seem or deem necessary because I was allowed into the dining room with my dog for 58 days in a row, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then halt who goes there, is not acceptable. I would have at least been grandfathered if you were going to have a change in policy. But it wasn't a change in policy because what I signed said that there are no dogs in the kitchen. Well, and he's not a pet. He is a service animal. I have monovision because this eye is for reading and this eye is for seeing in distance. And so it affects my depth perception. When I'm not with my dog, I trip and fall a lot. And so, That has nothing to do with the fact that I was also brutally raped in 2011, and I brought that up with Marjorie, and that I do not intend not to sleep well unless he's with me anyway. So, I've got my own personal issues that I've been able to work through, but these aren't demons. The demons are in the compass. The demons are the fact that you guys are allowing drug addicted and drug use in your property. And the fact is that the only people that you tend to care about are the ones who are just keeping to themselves. Well, when people are on drugs and they're addicted to drugs, they keep to themselves. I tend to be a bit of a social person because I'm not a drug addict, nor am I an alcoholic. So, the fact is that you need to serve everyone, especially those who have served. Your system is unjust, and I am, and I have been unjustly treated. I would like to be compensated for my destroyed clothing. I would like to be compensated for my missing headsets, my missing battery pack, and my cords. And so I would say $2,300 would cover it. And I would like a response back as soon as possible. And so I know everybody's email in your agency, and I am a very persistent person. If I don't get what I'm asking for, then I will go to my lawyers and I will file a lawsuit for quite a bit of money. And it will take a lot of time. And I don't have anything but time, dear. And I do intend to be compensated for the egregious behavior of your staff members that was brought to everyone's attention.